I'm in this lobby, all these network marketers running around, they all have t-shirts on. I was speaking, I had a chance to go speak in Vegas to this group of about 100 of their top leaders. And it's funny, as I'm walking through the hotel room to get to the presentation, I'm walking through and I see in the lobby, there's all these people, and they're over here, right? They are freaking out. They're so excited. They've been studying this product and the benefits and the science and the nutrition, all sorts of stuff, right? They have this thing they're really good at called Techno Babble. One of my friends, Kim Klaver, wrote a book. It's called "If Your Product's So Great, Why Is Nobody Buying It?" It's just a whole chapter and it's talking about Techno Babble. And this is when I got this, I was like 12 years ago, I think. I read her book and I was like, oh my gosh, this is huge. So Techno Babble, right? This is like what kills all sales. So I'm in this lobby, all these network marketers running around, they all have t-shirts on that say like, ketones are greater than glucose, and they're saying like, all these like nerdy like things, right? And they're all excited, they all like spandex pants on, they're running around, they're so excited, which is cool. I love it, like, oh, I love entrepreneurship. So they're running around and I see them as they're like approaching people in the lobby, and they're just like, you're like, hey, let's go get this guy, like he's gonna be in. And they're running over, and then they pounce on this person, and they're spewing out all this techno babble about the technology and like all this kind of stuff, right? And I'm watching these like prospects getting like pounced on, and this techno babble spewing on them, all this stuff they're trying to logically convince them that this is the key to changing their life, right? And the people are like, oh, cool, yeah, and then they run away and run to the room, right? Over and over and over again. So I'm watching this, and I'm kind of laughing. I'm like, oh, you guys like, oh. And it's not just them. I see this everywhere. I was on a podcast yesterday listening to a guy try to sell something, and he was spewing out so much techno babble, and it's made me sick to my stomach, like, ugh. And in this group, after I went to the lobby, and then I went into the event room and I had a chance to teach these guys. And kind of the funny backstory, they didn't give me a topic when I got there, and they didn't tell me when the event was starting. So like, I literally went and I found Brian, the owner of the company. I'm like, hey man, what do you want to talk about? He's like, oh, whatever you want. I'm like, well, when are we up? He's like, oh crap, it started 5 minutes ago. So we run down to the room, we walk in, there's 100 people, and I have my backpack on. I'm literally like, okay, what do you want to talk about? And he's like, do whatever you want. Like, these are your people, you got as long as you want. He comes up, introduces me, and then like, everyone starts clapping. I'm walking down like, oh my gosh, what am I going to talk about? So I'm coming down the aisle, I turn around, I look at these people, and I see everyone, and I see their eyes, I see how excited they are like about this thing. They're so logically convinced. And I remember earlier, 15 minutes earlier in the lobby, watching what was happening. And it's the first time I ever drew out this picture. I said, you guys, you have to understand this. Like, right now, you are logically trying to convince people that what you have is the best in the world because you have logically sold yourself on it. But that is not why you got started. It's not why you got started. It's not what gave you the initial epiphany. There's not a single person in this room who got in here because you were sold on the fact that beta hydroxybutyrate salts was the key to you losing weight. Not one of you. No one even heard that word until like 6 months later, and you're like, oh, that's what this crap is, right? So any of you, like, no one of you guys got sold in ClickFunnels because I convinced you that our marketing automation sequence was better than blah, 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 right? And that our technology was built on Ruby on Rails, and that, like, none of you guys signed up for this because of that. Not one. Maybe one. Nope, I'm gonna lie. Not even one. Not one of you guys. What happened to everyone is something emotional happened to you. You had this experience, and you had this epiphany saying, holy crap, this thing is like, this is the greatest thing in the world. It tastes good, as a product, it tasted good, I felt good, or I learned about funnels and it actually worked for, and whatever that thing is for you, right? You had some huge epiphany, and when that happened, you're like, holy crap, this is my life. I can never go back to the world the way it used to be. And you went on this thing and you start studying and learning and you geeked out. And then you start spewing this crap on people, and that's why no one gives you money. Okay? If you want to be successful in selling anything, what you have to understand is this is the journey you have come on. And over here, this is what you're trying to do. You have to stop using technobabble, realize that people do not buy logically, you didn't buy logically, and they won't buy logically. You bought emotionally. You bought because of some epiphany that happened to you. Okay? Technobabble, right? This is like what kills all sales.
Thank you very much, Russell. This is Kim Klaver. Did you think that was helpful? If you are struggling to get new customers and new recruits and their eyes glaze over and their ears glaze over when you talk to them, if this is a problem that you've got in your business, come on over to this website. Altogether, antitechnobabbleformula.com, just like it sounds. ANTITECHNOBABBLEFORMULA.com, just like it sounds. Anti-Techno Babble Formula. And you can get your hands on the same book that Russell got this concept from. And of course, in addition to pointing out the technobabble issue, because it is a sales killer, how you can talk instead like a normal person. like the one you were before you got into network marketing and you fell in love with the program. If this is a problem for you, come on over. I'll show you how to get rid of all the technobabble and talk like a normal person again. This is Kim Klaver. Talk to you soon.